Welcome to my dear friends. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to OpsAnalytica. This is basically our Microsoft project playlist. In this particular playlist, basically we will learn about how to use Microsoft project. As you know that for project management, Microsoft project is very much essential tool. Before starting this video or before starting this particular playlist, I will say that what are the things basically we want to cover in this Microsoft project playlist. Basically, we will cover about how the tasks are assigned into the project, how the resource allocations are done, how basically we work on the change working time module, how basically we work on the timeline section, basically monitoring section, then earned value analysis, then CPM method, then what how to link the tasks with each task we can collect. So basically these are the things we will cover. So if you're wasting any time, let's start with the project. So this is our first video. So first, we have to open our Microsoft project. Once we will open the Microsoft project, then we can see that this a home tab will come like this. Okay. So basically, यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Actually, as you know that our mode of language is basically hybrid, basically Hindi and English both. So I hope everyone is comfortable with this. If you are not comfortable, if you need any particular mode, then please comment us in the chat section so you can put your comment and we'll see basically if you will able to cover them we will definitely cover that. Okay, so this first see the home tab. Basically in this section we can see that if you want to start a blank project, अगर हम लोग blank project start करना चाहते हैं तो we have to click over here. और यहाँ किसके साथ भी यहाँ पे अगर आपको रेडीमेड टेम्पलेट चाहिए, so in that case also you can search it from if you are looking for a template where you want to open the scheduling section. If then you can see these are the templates are over there, so you can refer if, any template whatever you want to do. But I will say if you are new to this section, if you are new to Microsoft project, then I will suggest first create your blank project first, then proceed, then see what is your comfortable area. Then as per that, you can choose the template. Okay. So as you can see that in the process in the home section, there are three sections, three buttons are there: home, view, and open button. Home means basically we have to go to the home section, basically this section. New means we have to create a new blank project. Open means if you want to open any existing uh, Microsoft project file. Okay, so this is basically the concept, and this is quite similar like Microsoft Excel or other Microsoft softwares like only. So in the account section, you will be able to see your account information, and in the option section, you can see that there are multiple options will come. Basically, these are the general option. In the Excel, you have seen that this option is also available, but in the Excel, we generally doesn't use that things too much. But in the Microsoft project, it is required, so that's why we will learn about each of the project options, just in the general, what are the things that we can do, how to control any particular field in the general section. So we will see everything, just like scheduling, proofing. So in for Microsoft project, we will cover all those steps in upcoming videos. So before, I mean, so then I think we can start our project. So let's click on the blank project option. So once we click on the blank project, then you can see this kind of home. I mean, this kind of page will open. As you're able to see, this kind of page will open. Now we have to understand each and everything. What are the things are there in this particular screen? So if we have opened Microsoft project, then you can see that every time this grand chart will come. Grand chart will come in this way. Then these are the few fields are there where we can write anything. These are the some kind of area over there where everything is coming blank. And so these are the things are there. So let's start one by one. First, in the file option, if you click on the file menu, then you can see that these are the basically the options will come. This is as similar like what is happening in our Excel also, same structure. After that, you can see that there is task section is there. Basically, in the task section, what we can see in the task section, we can do anything related to task. Just like first, we have to understand that suppose we have decided that we want to create a home. Okay, so this is not a task. Basically, this is an activity. So what is task? Task basically the what are the things that you want to do. Just like that, you can see that you are telling that I want to what to say for creating a for creating a house. First, I want to create my wall. equal structure. So that is basically the task name. So basically, the task related thing, what are the activity that we want to do? We can do these things over here. So what is the actual functions that we will learn in the upcoming session. Then after that, we have resource section. In the resource section, basically, whenever we want to do any task, okay. So if we want to do any task, then if we will not assign any resource for that particular text, then how we will track that? Resource means it is not like that only manpower. Resource means everything. Just like that, अगर हम लोग को घर बनाना है, then we need bricks, then we need sand, then we need just like a manpower. Then we also need some kind of just like wood for the doors, windows. So these are all the things are coming under resource only. After that, in the resource section, as I mentioned, that in the resource section, basically we work on the how to deal with the resources. Then in the report section, whenever we have created one particular project file over here, then suppose you want to present in your management that what is the progress, or if you have executed one particular project and you need to showcase it in some area, so that's why you have to sometimes you need to create reports. So that's why this section is for that only. After that, we have the projects option. Basically, in the projects option, what we are generally doing, we generally give information about our overall project. Then we basically work, as I mentioned, in the change working time. Basically, these kind of features are like that. That suppose, as I mentioned, as you know that if we compare, if you see the recent giant IT companies, so what they generally follow is their working model is from Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday is holiday for them, and Monday to Friday it depends upon the working hours in between 9 to 10 hours. So in the change working time in this particular section, you can decide your project's own project's timeline. So that is very much required. Like that, you can declare what is your holiday. You can also declare what is your timeline, what is your working hour. You can also do what is your lunch hour. Everything you can declare over here. Then we have some option like that link between of project. Basically here basically we connect the two tasks, so that is also over here. Then after that we have the view option. In the view option, basically in this particular tab, basically we can change our chart. Like here it is Gantt chart is coming, but if you want to change it to some other chart, just like if you want to change it to CPM, I mean sorry, network diagram. So these are the things we can do here. Then developer and help, I think this no explanation is required for these two things. Developer, you know, if you want to enable any macro, if you want to do any operation, so you can do it. And a help option, if you want to know about anything that you are not aware, you can go, it's the help button, you can search and you can find it out. Then we have Gantt chart format. Basically, this is basically the format where basically we decide what will be my layout, what will be the color function, everything that we can decide. And you can see that these are the different colors over here, theme combination. I think actually I have this kind of question whenever I was not aware of the Microsoft project. Why this particular symbol is given? Two bar, then one number step, then one arrow, then one this one like lines are there. Basically, these are the different fields. These everything has a different meaning. Basically, these bars are telling what is your timeline of any task. Basically, the rhombus bar basically is a monitoring symbol. I mean, whenever we were working on a very long project, sometimes what we do, we have create work breakdown structure, right? Work breakdown structure means there will be upper, just like that. I am telling that I want to create a building. Then I will segregate them just like I want to create a building for zone A. Then I want to segregate. I want to create building for zone B. Then under I want to create a building of zone A. After that also I can segregate that I want to create a build zone A building number one, zone A building number two. So basically these are the work breakdown structure. That means we segregate that each layer, just like it's a kind of ladder step. So we break our work in each section. So that is the reason. And the arrow basically telling that it basically used in the Microsoft project. Whenever you are completing any task, after that voice tasks will come, so that we can connect by arrow. Or if you want to start two particular project parallelly, in that case also there are some different symbol, different structural method is there for for arrow. So these are the that's why the arrow and this monitoring symbol bar and this particular line is there. This line is telling the overall what is the length of this. Right. So that is the basically concept. Then we also have the, if whenever we will create any particular I mean, any tactic, whenever we mention all the task names, then we can decide what is our, what will be our critical task, what will be select. So whenever basically, I think if you are already done with the project manager, then you can do that in the initial session. Basically, we do it by in the theoretically pen paper how to create the critical task. We generally do it in the manually, right? But if we use Microsoft Project, it will be automatically done by the software also. So what we have to do, we have to assign the task name, we have to give the start and finish date and the duration. Then, and if there any preceder and successor configuration is there, we have to give it, and it will automatically done by this only. So as I mentioned, I think few seconds ago, the preceder and successor. So basically, these are the two some. These are basically some of the terminologies which we have to know whenever we want to work on the Microsoft project. So in the next video, we will discuss about what is the terminologies we over there. So basically over the upper section. But after that, you can see there is a timeline button is there. Timeline button basically here we can mention about. I mean, we can basically mention about, or basically, I mean, what I will say that what are the tasks that I mentioned over here. After that, I can mention what are my timelines. Just like that, I have, just like that, I want to create a building for zone A. So, and after that, I have different sub-levels are there. But for my timeline, only I want to know that what will be the timeline for completion of zone A. What is the timeline for completion of zone B? I am not bothered about what is the completion time of zone A building 1, zone A building 2. So in these cases, whenever we want to see a short level or upper level timeline, so then we can refer this particular timeline section. Basically, whenever we will drag it down, then we can, this thing will come in the whole screen, then we can easily refer. So that is basically the concept of timeline. After that, in the bottom right corner, in the you can see that there are few tabs are there. The tabs, I can say few buttons are there. I can also say. So basically, first one is a Gantt chart. Basically, this page. Okay, first one is the like this. I think two things are not required for me since I have created two times. That's why it's came. Okay, notice. After that, we have task uses. Before seeing the task uses, I think I it will go to the resource section. Then it will be good. First, I want to tell you what are the few and different tasks are there. First one is Gantt chart, then after the task usage, then team planner, then we have resource sheet. In the resource sheet, basically, we mention about what is my resource. In the early time also, I have mentioned, as you know, that I already mentioned that resource is not like that manpower. Resource is everything. So that's why in the Microsoft Teams, as per Microsoft Teams logic, basically there are three types of resources are there. First one is work resources, second one is material resources, third one is cost resources. So what are these particular things? I will learn in the upcoming session. So basically, just you have to know that in this particular resource sheet, you have to mention about the resources. Resource के बारे में आप लोगों को बताना पड़ेगा. Then after that, if you go to the task usage that I told you that we will learn about it later. So basically in the task usage section, basically we will able to see for each task what is my assigned resources. Just like connect these three sheet first. In this particular Gantt chart section, here we will declare what is my task. Then in the resource sheet, we will declare what is my resources. And in the task usage section, here basically we will connect our tasks with the resources. So basically in these screens, we will able to see the details. Okay. Now let's come to the this section. And then now I think these are the things that cover. Now I think we can discuss about another thing, that is new task section. That one we have to know that. Actually, whenever you can see that in the bottom left corner, it is mentioned that manually scheduled. Whenever you will just come over here, it is selected as manually scheduled. When we will double click on it, you can see that it is mentioned auto schedule and manual schedule. What is the difference? Auto schedule means basically you have to give your duration time and you have to give your start time whenever we are talking about first thing. Then the task will be automatically assigned. Suppose I am telling that I have activity A. and I have activity B. Activity A, it will start from, since it is starting from the beginning, so I am mentioning the start time. Activity A will start on 30 March. 30 March. Okay. And duration will be 4 days. So that means activity A will complete on 3rd of April, right? Sorry, 2nd of April, right? So now if we'll select auto schedule, and suppose we have selected auto schedule, and whenever we'll go to the activity B, then on that time we have to mention what is the connection. Basically, what is the precedent or succeedent relation is there with A or B, A with A or not. Basically, I am telling that activity A will take 4 days and activity B will take 5 days, but activity B will start after completion of activity A. So basically, what we have to do is we have to link A and B with the relation of after that. Then we have to select auto schedule. If we click on the auto schedule, then automatically the timeline will come in our start and finish section. And automatically, it will come in the Gantt chart section also. So basically, this is the concept. If you use the manually, the manual schedule, then we have to give the time, start time manually. We have to give the finish time manually. We have to give the duration, everything we have to do manually. So this is basically the introduction section where basically we discussed about what are the basic section are there. The I mean basic screen details. Basically, whenever we want to work on the any software, first we have to know that what are the functionality over there. So this is basically all about this only. And before completing this video, I want to show you one thing also. So in the Excel, you can see that randomly, if you want to change the column name, we can write anything, it will come. But in the actually Microsoft project, it is not like that. In the Microsoft project, you can write anything name over there. But each whenever you are selecting any option from here, this particular things has a different meaning, and each of the every columns have different operations. So it is like that. If we will click on the cost, then it will work as like a cost column. So it will not work like a general column. So this is basically different meanings are there. So that's why we have to know this also. Okay. So this is all about this thing. This is the first video. In the upcoming video, we will learn about what are the different options are there. Then we will see what are the key. I can say key abbreviation over there that we have to know, and we'll proceed as well. If you have liked this particular video, then please like, subscribe, and share our video. If you need some more improvement, then please give us a comment. I think that will be very much good for us. I hope you have enjoyed your video. Thank you.